Welcome back to another episode of Another Pokémon Podcast. My name is Galutrad.
And my name is Becs.
And today we are finally talking about not my favorite type, but my favorite Pokemon. We're doing our favorite electric types. It's an electrifying episode. Was that an electric guitar?
Yeah, it was an electric guitar. Did you like it?
Yeah, thank you.
I definitely, lovely. There's another podcast that does that. Where they sing, and I don't remember. Oh, it's Last Podcast does that sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone. This is our electric type episode. So far, season 1, we've been through fire, grass, and water, ice, psychic, which is your favorite Pokemon, and now we're doing electric, which is my favorite Pokemon.
And this is going to be our last favorites episode of the season.
Yeah. We actually only have, I think, 2 more episodes after this one. We have our penultimate episode, which we're really excited about sharing with y'all. And then we have our final episode of season 1.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
We're going out with
I can't believe it. We've made
with an electrifying bang.
Very good.
Thank you.
I can't believe we've made it through a whole season of Another Pokemon Podcast.
I know.
Wow.
Well, I was like, oh, we should do this and this and this, and you were like,
slow down.
We only have 3 more episodes for this season. I was like, oh. We're already here.
Yeah, we're already here. Yeah. And then, of course, we'll have a season 2. We haven't fully worked out the logistics of how, like, a break between seasons. AZP always takes a little break between seasons.
Yeah.
We will probably do the same just to kind of catch up, make sure everything's all good on our end, and get ready for season 2. So I hope y'all are looking forward to that. But we still have this episode and 2 more episodes to go.
Yes.
So still a lot of more Another Pokemon Podcast content.
And this is a real zapper.
Hey. Bex, what's zapping with you lately?
Zapping.
Yeah.
Been a very busy couple of weeks, so just really been kind of running around handling some personal things, but I am currently reading the book Ring, which is what The Ring, the horror movie, is based on for one of my book challenges. So that's been something I've been focusing on is getting through that, and it's been a good book. It's been very enjoyable. And as far as playing games, I did start It Takes Two with one of my good friends, Stephanie, who I played through The Last of Us 2 with.
Y'all, and The Last of Us. Y'all went back and played through The Last of Us.
We did not do that together.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
We played it separately, and then we played The Last of Us 2 together. Yeah.
Okay.
And now we're playing a crazy co-op game, which was really fun. It was a good game. It was just very crazy, like a lot harder than I would have thought, looking at how cute it is that it would be.
Yeah.
But what about you? What have you been up to?
I've been doing really well. I've been playing a lot of board games, doing a lot of tabletop simulator with the Otter Kingdom community, going to a local board game shop that I've become pretty attached to. I really like them there.
Yeah,
and I hope that they're successful.
You were playing Pokemon Masters.
We were playing
Yeah.
Pokemon Master Quest or Master Trainer last night, which was a lot of fun. I won. I won with a Moltres. I beat Gary.
Thank you for representing us well.
And I said it was the Another Pokemon Podcast bonus that did it in for me. I did start with Pikachu.
Okay.
And Raichu got stolen from me. Yeah.
Who did that to you?
I think it was Crispy, and then Jay took Raichu from. There was a whole shenanigan.
Oh, okay. It was a very what's the Christmas game called? Yankee Swap Pokemon Edition, where you swap people call it different things in different regions, but Yankee Swap is what my family calls it.
Yeah. Where he was getting tossed around a lot. He got knocked out a couple times, but he never made it to me, which I was sad about. But it didn't matter because like I said, I won the game with Moltres.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun, and game wise, just kind of playing Stardew Valley. I'm really excited about a couple things that were shown off in the latest Nintendo Direct. Obviously, Pokemon ZA.
Yeah, Pokemon ZA is like top of list, but there were some really cool cozy games showed too that I'm excited about.
That new little like witch
college thing.
Where you're like a Witch College, and then also for some reason the Marvel beat 'em up game. Those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Marvel, and I think there was also a Power Rangers one that recently, and I think all of them are developed by the same team. They look so good, and I'm really interested in them.
This new Story of Seasons is coming out as well, which made me really excited. Yeah, there were a lot of cute little games. Nothing that we hadn't heard before that was huge. No big news.
Other than like Tomodachi Life, there's a huge crowd for that. But that's not I'm like, I'll probably pick it up and it'll be cute, but I'm not like super into those.
The Disney game looked really fun. The little coffee talk version of Disney.
I thought it was a real whiplash going from Metroid Prime 4 content to Disney's coffee talk.
It looked cute though.
Yeah, it did. It looked very cute. But other than that, not a whole lot going on with me, except reading all of the just incredible amount of listener feedback that we've been getting. We have a little behind the scenes. We have been discussing for our penultimate episode whether or not we should do a like mailbag type of episode. We think we might call it something Pokegear related, or that's just a name that I've tossed out. But we ultimately decided that like because this is only season 1 and there's not a huge backlogs of several seasons content to like go back to and reference, we're going to hold off on that for now.
Okay.
But I mean, it's overwhelming the amount of support that y'all have come out with. It every episode when we choose our listener feedback, it's always like, oh my gosh, I want to do so many of y'all, but otherwise it would just be an episode of listener feedback,
which we might have to do at some point. Yeah. We might have
to.
I know AZP has done several of those where they're just like,
the
okay,
mailbag episodes.
We're gonna go through and we're gonna read a lot of these to play a little catch up. So, yeah, for sure.
But so just, know that we're reading them and we love it. It's amazing. Okay. I cannot.
I TLDR a lot of things, but the feedback is not one of the things that I.
Yeah. It's
which is so funny because I read, but I don't like to read like emails. I'm just like, I don't want to read this.
For sure.
But the feedback is always fun to read.
Yeah. And so naturally we're going to get into some of that listener feedback right now. The stuff for this episode. So
plot twist.
It's plot twist indeed. We're going to start over on Spotify. Spotify, we've got 2 comments. The first one being from Aaron Domingos on our Making of a Champion episode. And Aaron says, the puns in this episode were not very effective. Fair enough. That's fine. I mean, if that's how you feel, I'm hoping that our Pokeball episode was a lot better because we really got into a flow of tossing puns back and forth for segues.
Oh gosh, I'm sure Aaron was like, I'm turning this episode off.
Yeah. But we get it. We understand the puns aren't for everybody.
No,
but
they are for us though.
Yeah, I hope you still have a pun time listening to us.
Terrible.
So thank you, Aaron. And then also on Spotify, that second comment is from user Steven on our What Are Those episode, which was our favorite water type episode. And Steven says, my favorite water type Pokemon is Blastoise.
Oh, yay.
Blastoise is great. There was I'll share this. There was a brief time that I thought Wartortle might outweigh Raichu for my favorite because I really like Wartortle's like cloudy tail.
He's very cute.
But Raichu is just my boy.
I like his like purplish like hue too, and like his little cloud ears.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool.
Also, well, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say Blastoise is was really popular for a minute earlier in the year on social media too. There was a song released called Big Man Blastoise, and he got his moment in the sun.
He really did, because he's definitely one of the more left out. Charizard's the most favorite from fan.
And then I think a lot of people gravitate towards Bulbasaur, like in general.
He's cute and he's number one.
And I seems to be like a major collector item is Bulbasaur, like stuffed animals and stuff. I've noticed from like different Pokemon influencers I follow. So, but it's about time that the turtle got some love.
Yeah. So thank you, Steven, for that. I'm glad Blastoise is your favorite. And then moving on to Blue Sky from user Snow Silver K Snow Silver K left a comment on our Having a Ball episode post, which is our favorite Pokeball episode. Or not our favorite Pokeball.
No, just all of them.
All of them. All of the 28 Pokeballs. And Snow Silver K said, great episode as always, red heart, white heart emoji, which is our tag.
Yep.
Like how the AZP has the green hearts. And then Snow Silver K goes on to say, I love using Premier Balls for shinies. White heart, white heart.
That's fun.
That is fun.
Like a reverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
Unfortunately, I've personally never been a fan of the design of the Great Ball. Something about the combo of that particular red and blue just doesn't appeal to me. I've jokingly dubbed them ugly balls during playthroughs. So I guess Snow Silver K shares that with you because you said you were not a fan of the Great Ball either.
It's not that I'm not. It's not that I just typed in Great Ball to like look at it to see what is off-putting about the red and blue. It's not that I hate it. The Ultra Ball was so cool.
Yeah.
Like it was so different from both of the balls that I was like, yes, this is my Pokeball.
True. It doesn't use any of the colors from the previous two ball types. So
fun fact though, when you type in Great Balls in Google, the first thing that pops up is Great Balls of Fire, the song.
Yeah. Wait, what?
The Great Balls of
goodness
Fire.
Gracious, Great Balls.
Great Balls of Fire.
I was 100% thinking Johnny Cash's Burning Rings of Fire.
No, wrong. So I was like, when I first popped up, I was like, no. Don't you know what Pokemon is, Google? But no, I get it though. I get why, like, I personally would not call them the ugly balls, but I get why someone would not gravitate towards
Sure. And you know, Snow Silver K, I think I might steal your idea of using Premier Balls for shinies. I kind of love it. I have no use for them otherwise.
You were such a hater of Premier Balls.
I know.
And now you found a
because
reason.
I buy 999 Pokeballs, I end up with so many Premier Balls, and now I have a reason to use them.
Your mom would run out of Premier Balls because your mom catches so many shinies in
does.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, when we talk about the Pokemon Go episode, I almost want to bring my parents on to guest because they play it together and it's so cute.
Well, when we do the shinies episode, we should at least ask them what their favorite shinies are so we can shout that out.
I think my mom must be daily. She messages us is like, oh, I caught this shiny today in Pokemon Go.
And then your dad says, and I caught a rock.
Yeah.
It's like a Charlie Brown wah wah joke. Wah, wah. Yeah, we love it.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh every time.
Indeed. So thank you, Snow Silver K. And Bex, do you want to read our last two listener feedbacks?
I would be so honored to do that.
Lovely.
For you.
Yeah.
Over on Instagram, Ryan Bushman DM'd us on Instagram and said, great job on the podcast. It's a fun listen while I'm at work and a great addition to the Sixfive shows. Oh, thank you. I listened to the Psyched Up episode today. I couldn't help but laugh about Galutrad's pick of Malamar because I feel like it's... I can't. Okay. I feel like it is a Victory Bell shaped psychic type. Thank you for what you do. I love that.
With a little crying, laughing emoji.
I have read this before, but I forgot how funny it is. We laughed for way too long when we read this because it really does, and now neither one of us will ever be able to unsee that.
No, for real. And like now I'm just like, how many other like parasitic plant, what are the Victory Bell type Pokemon will they make? And can I eventually have a team of 6 of them? I want that
terrifying.
So badly. It'll be funny.
Well, and we also I was laughing too about it because we had talked about in our How Pokemon Evolve episode, we had talked about like how unique that evolution is. Yeah. And I just remembered that comment and started giggling. And I don't know if you edited out me just randomly cackling.
No, I don't think so. I don't remember.
But yeah, it's a great observation.
Indeed. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ryan, for the laugh again. And then over on, I have to get it together. Over on Apple Podcast, we got, we have to get it together because we have to shout and sing from the rooftops. We got another 5-star review. Woo! From Agatha Forever, ! Which I'm pretty sure that means that this person liked Agatha.
I would hope so.
Agatha Forever, the name of the 5-star review is, hello, please read, otherwise please skip.
And we're reading it.
And we're reading it. It says, "Hi, I have returned. Hello, Becs and Galutrad. If you desire compliments to boost you up and brighten your day, please continue reading, for that is my goal. Becs and Galutrad, you are entertaining, lively, and hilarious hosts. I know I've said it before, but you two really are exceptional hosts. Aw. I will do what I can to support you, such as these reviews. White heart, red heart, white heart, red heart. Goodbye and have a great day." Oh, thank you so much.
Thank
we
you,
love
Agatha.
That. Oh my gosh. We are entertaining, we are lively, and we are hilarious. Thank you so much.
Thank you
again.
And if you also want to leave us listener feedback and have your comment read on the podcast one day, you can reach us at any of the social media platforms at Another PKMN Pod, or you can leave us a comment on our website directly on the episodes at anotherpokemonpodcast.com. We especially love those 5-star reviews and comments on places like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Those absolutely help us out the most with it's a great way to just like show your support and assistance for the podcast. It's a great way to support the podcast because that helps the algorithm push our podcast out to more people.
Or you can catch a Delibird with a Premier Ball and send that to us with a letter in the mail in its mailbag, and we will read it.
Okay.
In 12 to 18 business days when it arrives.
Okay.
Does Delibird fly?
No, and you know why Delibird?
In 42 business days.
You know why Delibird doesn't fly?
Why
because
doesn't Delibird
flying is super weak against electric types, and that's what we're talking about today. Nailed it. Yeah, we're talking about electric type Pokemon today.
Shocker. See how good that was? That's what we should go for.
And as far as electric type Pokemon go, much like ice, there aren't a whole lot of electric type Pokemon. There are more than ice types, but they're pretty uncommon as far as like quantity goes. And also there are a lot of rodents. Pikachu really placed his mark on electric type Pokemon because every generation there is at least one, sometimes several, in the case of like Plusle and Minun, Pikachu clones as they're called by the fans.
I think, and I would say Pachirisu is basically a Pikachu clone, right? Because it's like a squirrel that has the little cheekies.
Yep. Emolga, Togedemaru, it can be argued as one. Yeah, there's a lot of rodent electric types because of Pikachu, which isn't a bad thing.
Rodent and like dog cat types, it seems. Yeah.
Like normal animal type of electric type Pokemon.
And then a Pokemon.
Electric Pokemon are very good defensively because they're only weak to ground type moves. However, they are incredibly weak to ground type moves because not only do they take double damage, but they can also deal no damage with their electric type attacks to ground type Pokemon. Electros is the only Pokemon to have no type disadvantages due to its ability Levitate, because Levitate makes it so that ground type Pokemon or ground type moves are immune.
Electros is the final evolution of that eel line, or the middle?
Yeah, the final evolution.
Final one, okay.
Yeah, and so it levitates, so it dodges all ground type attacks, and so therefore it has no weaknesses at all.
That definitely gives me a little more appreciation for that, because I'm not a fan of that.
Obviously, it's still going to be taking regular type damage, but that's better than taking super effective. Speaking of super effective, electric does super effective damage against water and flying.
Yeah.
Obviously, water conducts electricity and birds get zapped out of the air by lightning bolts, so sure, why not? And it is weak against electric itself, grass, and dragon.
What's really funny about that is one of the first questions that I remember asking as a child was, how do the birds land on the power lines without getting hurt? But electric is strong against flying type.
Yeah.
So it's like very
from a child's perspective who only understands Pokemon, that makes a lot of sense to ask that question.
Like that, and why does the moon follow us?
Yeah.
Is like the question. Like when you're driving and the moon seems to be in the same spot. Like those are my two questions I remember.
Those are good questions to have as a kid.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
In generations 1 through 3, all electric type moves were categorized as special. And then talking about electric type Pokemon, like I said, the choices are slim. There's only 87 electric type Pokemon.
How many ice were there? 40 something?
60 something,
60
I
something.
believe.
Okay.
37 of those are singularly electric type, and making the remaining 50 dual type alongside electric. And there are only 50 electric type moves.
The 37 though seems high given how many Pokemon there are that are electric type.
Well, yeah,
Like the percentage is high.
Yeah, no, that percentage is definitely high. For ice type, it was 65, and only 22 of them were
Yeah, because they were a lot of water ice ones. Yeah,
were singularly electric.
totally.
Electric type Pokemon are immune to being paralyzed. As of Gen, I think 3. Technically, in Gens 1 and 2, there was 1, 2, and 3, there was like a lot of weirdness around that to where certain moves could paralyze an electric type Pokemon, but we won't get into that. Currently, under the games, they are immune to paralysis.
I think in the older games, if you have an ability that can cause what's it called? What's the ability?
Or static.
Yes. Yeah. When you have static, I think the electric Pokemon can get paralyzed from that in the older games, because I think mine did in Fire Red a lot.
There's some weird quirks that allow electric Pokemon in Gens 1, 2, and 3 to get paralyzed.
Okay.
But going forward, now, according to current game rules, they cannot be paralyzed.
Okay.
Also, keep an eye out for the Lightning Rod ability, because Lightning Rod, the ability, directs or redirects all electric type attacks to that Pokemon that has Lightning Rod. They do not take damage from it, and they get a special attack boost.
Okay.
So it's a really good ability to have when you're fighting electric type Pokemon. Then we always talk about notable electric type trainers. Fun fact, electric type, I don't know if this is true for the other types, but electric is the first time that we have had 0 Elite Four members be electric. They are only ever gym leaders.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so that includes Lieutenant Surge from Generation 1, Watson from Generation 3, Volkner from Generation 4, your girl, Elisa from Generation 5,
Elisa, yeah.
Clemont from Generation 6, Sophocles from Generation 7, and then Iono from Generation 9. So the only time that we have not had an electric type gym leader, and technically this is not true, I just realized this, technically Lieutenant Surge is a gym leader in Generation 2, but it's only after in the post game, quote unquote. But so that would mean the only game that we've not had an electric type gym leader was Generation 8, Sword and Shield.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Which is pretty
well. Is one of the exclusives to one of the versions? Okay.
Yeah, I think what you might be thinking of is Gordy, who is the ice gym leader's son.
Okay.
And he looks like he should be an electric type gym leader, but he is either rock or ground.
Okay.
I can't remember which. But yeah, and that's all the fun facts that I've got for you about electric types.
Awesome.
Yep.
I love that.
Shall we get into our favorites?
Yes.
Excellent. So, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
I don't know. Do you want to start off being upset or not?
You can go first. Everyone knows what my favorite Pokemon is, so my number 1 should be pretty obvious, but you can go ahead and start.
Okay.
Okay.
My least favorite electric type. I'm laughing so much. My least favorite electric type of my favorite electric types.
Sure.
My number 5.
Yeah.
Starting off strong.
Yeah.
Making people mad already.
Okay.
Is Alolan Raichu.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's a dig at me. I do not care for Alolan Raichu. The main reason being is because I love Raichu and was denied my regular Raichu in that game unless I traded it from a previous game.
Yeah.
But I've since it hasn't grown on me, but I don't hate it.
Okay.
I just don't care for it.
Okay. I was literally making this list and I was like, I'm about to make him mad already. So on the opposite side of that, I was like, I kept seeing all these Alolan forms. And to be fair, I don't feel like I saw any of the really cool like ice forms originally. I think I saw like Meowth and Persian and Executor, and ones that I would say were maybe disappointing is a strong word, but like where I was like, okay, great, thanks Pokemon. But then I saw Alolan Raichu and I was like, I want that. I want that to be my Pokemon.
The surfing boy.
And the reason is because of the surfing. So since discovering the wonders of surfing Pikachu, have been obsessed with surfing Pikachu. Like I loved the little opening where he's surfing in Pokemon Yellow. I loved in Pokemon Snap when you could throw the little apples and get him to go to the surfboard and take the little picture of him flipping. Puka from the anime.
Yeah.
Sweet baby Puka, who is the OG surfing Pikachu with his cute blue eyes. Loved him. So as soon as I saw Alolan Raichu's design, I was like, yes, I would like that. And I actually think Alolan Raichu might be inspired by Puka because he's got like the light blue eyes and he's on the surfboard. So that's like something that I think is. And I like that it uses its psychic powers to like levitate on its surfboard and that kind of thing. So some fun facts about surfing Raichu, about Alolan Raichu is according to the Pokedex and the legends of the Alolan people, the reason that Pikachu evolves into Alolan Raichu in Alola is due to its diet.
Oh.
That's from the Sun Dex. And it mentions specifically in the Let's Go Dex that it really loves fluffy pancakes made with a secret Alolan recipe.
Ooh.
So it looks that way because he likes his fluffy pancakes.
That's pretty cute.
It's pretty cute.
That's pretty cute.
And Alolan Raichu that knew the move Volt. I think you'll like this one. That knew the move Volt Tackle in Generation 7 and is transferred via the Pokemon Bank and Pokemon Home, can be retaught the move using the Pokemon Home move reminder functionality. And that's the only way that an Alolan Raichu can know that move in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, that's cool.
I read that and I was like, that is a crazy amount of, but like if you want to competitively use Volt Tackle in the competitive battling scene, like that's the only way that you can teach Alolan Raichu that move.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I thought that was cool.
That's a neat way to get around that.
I also wanted to note that Alolan Raichu also makes an appearance in Smash Brothers. He's one of the Pokeball Pokemon that can come out.
Yeah.
And when he does appear, he uses Surge Surfer, where he surfs on his tail across the stage and damages electricity. With electricity, damages his surroundings. And Alolan Raichu is the only regional Pokemon form to have a Z move exclusive to it. So it is the only one of the regional Pokemon, the regional ones, to have a Z move. That's just its.
What is its Z move?
Stoked Spark Surfer.
Okay, I like it. I like
its
it.
Z move. Yeah. And then I also thought this might make you feel a little bit better about Alolan Raichu. I noted that Alolan Raichu and Raichu were both designed by the same person. So Atsuko Nishida is who designed both of those Pokemon.
I'm going to swing this the opposite way. Tsuko Nishida, how dare you betray our sweet chubby boy and give him a new design? You can't. This is your hubris. You tried to adjust perfection and it just made it worse.
Well, anyway, I love it. So thank you for doing that. Because I liked Raichu. I didn't like Raichu when I was a little kid because I thought he was bullying Pikachu in the Lieutenant Surge episode.
Yeah. And he kind of is.
But and then when Pikachu was like, I don't want to be a Raichu, Ash, then I was like, okay, he doesn't want to be a Raichu, Ash. Like, leave my boy Pikachu alone. But now that as like an adult, I love Raichu, but Alolan Raichu is like so cute and I love it. So it's my number 5.
Cool. Well, my number 5 is Rotom, specifically in its frost form.
For the fridge?
The fridge.
Okay. It's like
Rotom, yeah, and the reason being is simply because I think it's really funny that a refrigerator, all of Rotom's forms are kind of funny, right? Like a lawnmower, a microwave, a dishwasher, or a washing machine. They're all silly, but For some reason, the idea that a refrigerator is fighting just really cracks me up.
The fan is a good one.
The fan
too.
is also a good one, just pure electric Rotom. Or that's Rotom flying, I think.
Yeah, that's flying.
But Rotom number 479 in the national dex, it is electric ice in its frost form. It is the plasma Pokemon, originally found in Generation 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. It has a base power of 520, and it knows the ability Levitate. It's normally like an electric ghost type Pokemon that's just like a little ball of electric energy, and it possesses different appliances in order to change its type. Specifically, Rotom Frost form is a dual door refrigerator, very adorable. I'm pretty sure in official artwork, I don't think you can see this on the Pokemon in game, but I think in official artwork, it even has like a little slot for an ice dispenser. The Sword Dex for Rotom in its frost form says Rotom assumes this form when it takes over a refrigerator powered by a special motor. It battles by spewing cold air. And I don't buy that. I like to think that you just drop a refrigerator on a Pokemon. I think that's why it's so funny to me.
You like to Looney Tunes?
Yeah,
battle
I like to
your
Looney
Pokemon?
Tunes battle my Pokemon. The Scarlet Dex says this Rotom has entered a refrigerator. It leaps around gleefully after it uses cold air to freeze the area around it, which is the whole, it leaps onto its enemies and drops a refrigerator on it. Something I did want to note, though, from Legends Arceus, because that is in the past and they don't have refrigerators, the Legends Arceus Dex says a form in which Rotom lurks within a bizarre cupboard.
A bizarre cupboard.
The cupboard's composition is unknown. A bothersome Pokemon causing trouble by frosting everything over.
Oh my gosh.
So they don't understand that it's a refrigerator.
I wonder if they do that for like the lawnmower and stuff
they
too.
might. I didn't look into them, but I think it's cute that they thought
funny.
about that.
Yeah. That they wouldn't have a fridge back then.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Rotom Frost form is typically Rotom itself is typically like this kind of a red hue. Frost form has a purple electric aura around it, and then like I said, it's a 2-door refrigerator. It's very cute, and I just think it's so silly and funny. So it's my number 5.
You're so funny.
I know.
That's such a weird pick, but I love it.
Yeah.
Well, my number 4 pick is not a shocker. Well, it is a shocker. I guess everything on this is a shocker. But it's Toxel.
Okay, yeah. We just talked about it.
I literally put my Shayla Chomper.
Yeah,
because I love Toxel, and I always name it Chomper. I say always. It's been in one game, but I will always name it Chomper. That is my dedication to this podcast.
Yeah.
But Toxel is a dual type. It's an electric poison type Pokemon, and it is a pouty little baby dinosaur, and it's a complete brat. It's very self-absorbed. It
kind of looks like it's wearing a diaper.
It looks like it literally looks like a baby dinosaur. Like it looks like it could be from the show Dinosaur back in the 90s. But I really love, I was like debating between Toxel and Toxtricity. I really love Toxtricity, but in both forms. But Toxel is just top tier precious baby. Like, he's so cute. The Violet and the Violet Dex even like solidifies that he's selfish and attention seeking. So like total brat.
Brat energy.
Total brat energy. Apparently, it holds its electricity and its poison in 2 different sacs in its body. So that it can like keep both power but like house them separately, but then it manipulates the chemical makeup of its poison to produce the electricity. So that was like a fun fact for you. I was like, okay, I did not think about that.
That's interesting. I really love how thoughtful they are for how these Pokemon would utilize their abilities.
Yeah. And then the voltage that it lets off when it's doing that is pretty weak, but it can cause like a tingling paralysis if you touch him while he's creating electricity. No other Pokemon has the same type combination as Toxel in its evolved form, so there's no other electric and poison type Pokemon. So that was a fun fact. And I did not realize this until I read this, but Toxel is apparently the very first baby Pokemon to be introduced since Gen 4.
Wow.
So we had no baby Pokemon in Gen 5, 6, or 7.
Yeah.
Because this is a Gen 8 Pokemon. This is a Galar Pokemon. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. And it is a baby.
It is the quintessential baby. But yeah, I just love Toxel. As soon as I saw it in the games and Sword and Shield, I was like, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I want one in real life. I want to have a little baby dinosaur.
Yeah.
So I just love him. He's definitely made an immediate cut for my list. So
okay. Well, cute.
Thanks.
Toxel is incredibly cute, and he probably would be in my honorable mentions if I did honorable mentions instead of attack recommendations. Mm-hmm. But my number 4, a little bit of a shout out to our friend Cell who joined us on our versatility episode where we talked about the different changes we wanted. But and I say a little bit because it is Galvantula.
Okay, I was like, I thought you were gonna say because it is a little bit.
Yeah,
like go into it. Yeah, because he loves the tinies.
He loves Joltik.
Yeah.
He loves he loves a lot of the tiny baby Pokemon.
Yeah,
but Joltik specifically. And yeah, Galvantula, my number 4, the National Dex number 596. It is a bug and electric type Pokemon. It is. I love this. It couldn't get more specific. Actually, it can, but this is just really funny to me. Its species is the Ella Spider Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
It's from Black and White, Generation 5. It has a base power of 472. Its abilities can either be Compound Eyes, Unnerve, or Swarm.
Okay.
Compound Eyes, I believe, makes it so that your moves are more accurate. So, like, if it has a 85 accuracy, it would be like a 90 to 95 instead. Unnerve makes it so that you're too nervous to eat berries, and then Swarm is the bug version that is when you're below 2/3 HP. I think it might be when you're below 1/3 HP, you do 50% more damage.
Oh wow!
For bug type moves. Joltik evolves into Galvantula at level 36, so there's that. Galvantula is like this kind of a big spider with it's yellow and it has accents of like bluish purpley color. I don't really know what color what word you would use to describe the color, but
like an indigo color.
Like an indigo. Yeah. It's depending on who's looking at it, you might think it's purple, you might think it's blue, but mostly it's this yellow spider looking Pokemon with these cute little feely arms out as fangs. And in the black Pokemon Dex, it says when attacked, they create an electric barrier by spitting out mini electrical charged threads.
Aww,
which I think is very cute.
Yeah.
I think that spider webs are something like, I'm not a huge fan of spiders. I don't mind them, but I also don't want to like be around them.
Right.
But I love spider webs. I think
spider webs are they're just very intricate.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also it's one of those things that's like such a beautiful aspect of nature that I think is really cool. And so the idea of seeing that and it being electrified would be
kind of
really cool.
Yeah.
From the white Dex, it says they employ an electrically charged web to trap their prey. While it is immobilized by shock, they leisurely consume it.
Great.
Yeah.
I hate that. It is pretty big for a spider though. I looked it up because I was interested. It's 2 foot 7 inches.
Yeah, it is. It is a big spider.
Yeah, it's not a big Pokemon.
No. It's not a big Pokemon,
yeah.
but it's a big spider.
Yeah.
A 2-foot spider would be. I would be afraid of a 2-foot spider in real life.
Yeah,
yeah.
I would just. I would just be
faint.
done. I would be done. Yeah.
But yeah, Galvantula. It's very cute. If Pokemon were real, I feel like I would be less afraid of spider Pokemon just because they always have like a really cute side to them. And Galvantula is one of those that like I'd have a Galvantula just hanging out with me.
Yeah, it's a cute fluffy baby.
Yeah.
Like
they look kind of like big because it's 2 feet, but jumping spiders.
Yeah, that's the one exception to my fear and hatred of jumping spiders. Like we have them. I guess they like the courtyard by my office, and they like take rides up to the office sometimes, and I will literally take them and put them down back in the grass.
Yeah.
And I do not do that.
No,
but they're so cute.
They're small, and they really are not like gonna pick a fight with you.
And they trust us.
Yeah,
so I can't. I blame Lucas, the spider from YouTube.
What is your number 3?
Well, I was going to say, speaking of bug electric type Pokemon, I also have a favorite bug electric type Pokemon. And it is not cute. It is cool.
Okay.
It's Vikavolt.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Vikavolt's kind of cute.
He's not cute. I think what's the thing he evolves from? Oh, Grubbin. Grubbin's not cute. Charjabug is cute. And then Vikavolt is he's just cool.
Yeah.
He's pretty bad. And by bad, I mean good. He's
Shout
sick.
out to our Pokemon in Real Life episode where I would bring a Charjabug with me as a generator.
I brought that up.
Okay.
Just give me a minute, because I don't owe you an apology, but I owe you, I guess, some pointers, I guess.
Yeah.
But the reason that I like Vikavolt is because that specifically is one that has grown on me, because I'm not normally. I end up always liking what I deem as like a tank Pokemon, one that's just like really cool looking, like, and then the rest of my Pokemon are just cute. I feel like most of the time, Vikavolt's one of those. Like, I think it's really cool. The design, I think, is really sharp looking, like literally and figuratively. Like specifically the vice grip, like, pincers, I think, are really cool. And the shiny version is actually really sick too. So instead of it having like the dark blue yellow combination, it has like a bright green silver combination. And it apparently made an appearance in the anime too.
Oh,
like,
really?
one of the trainers has a shiny Vikavolt.
Interesting. Yeah. I didn't know that.
And then here you go. This is for you.
Okay.
I said, I guess I can no longer make fun of Galutrad for his meticulous thoughts on how best to use Pokemon, because even the Pokemon use each other. Vikavolt apparently carries a Charjabug around with it as a backup battery.
Yep.
I hate that. And uses it to supersize its attacks.
Yeah.
And that's from the Shield and Violet decks. That talks
they
about
work
that.
together.
Yeah.
Just like, well, not just like, but like Mantine and Remoraid.
I feel like that's working together. I feel like that is, I need you. I have to go fight things.
Come with me, little one.
Come here, you battery pack. I literally picture this as like me bringing my phone charger somewhere. Like, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
you got to make your phone more attack powered.
Yeah. But yeah, so there you go. I have given credit where it's due, kind of, because I read that and I was like, are you kidding me? And then in the Ultra Moon decks, Vikavolt flusters opponents with its acrobatic flying maneuvers.
Yeah.
Which creates an opening for it to deliver an electric beam. So it's very, like, I picture, like, I don't know if you've ever been to like an air show where like the planes are doing the little flippies.
Yeah.
That's what I picture. Like, he's very, like, he's quick and he's crazy good at maneuvering through like different things. It even, in the Scarlet decks, it even says like he has exceptional mobility because it weaves between trees and it shoots down bird Pokemon with its electromagnetic beams. Poor bird Pokemon, man.
Yeah.
This whole episode, because I'm like, when you were talking about
the anti-flying episode.
Well, when you were talking about Gargantula catching something in its web, I pictured like a poor like sparrow.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mention it, but one of the dex entries talks about how it catches young bird Pokemon that have yet learned to fly.
I hate that. And then this was just really cool, and I had mentioned like liking its pincers, so like this makes sense. But apparently Vikavolt shares its category with one other Pokemon, and that is Pinsir.
Oh.
From Gen 1.
Yes.
They are both known as the stag beetle Pokemon.
Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And I get that, because they kind of serve their styles are different too, because Pinsir is very much like a stag beetle.
Pinsir looks like a brown stag beetle, but he's got like that humanoid like bipedal thing going.
While Vikavolt's more like a jet engine that has a rail.
It just looks like a sick bug plane. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's just really cool looking. Yeah.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
Well, cool. That's a good 3.
Thank you.
I'll do my number 3, and then we'll go to break.
Is it Vikavolt?
It's not. Vikavolt is another one. Look, bug Pokemon is my favorite Pokemon type. So the bug anything, it automatically gets a good pass for me.
Yeah.
But I much prefer Galvantula to Vikavolt. But I do like Vikavolt quite a lot.
Thank you.
The number 3, in fact, honestly, obviously number 1. but the next three are probably more so my favorites due to personal reasons than they are to like stuff in the game or things like that.
This is a personal.
It is.
That's how mine always are. Yeah.
But normally I like.
I know.
But. And you'll probably I think you remember this, but you'll probably know my number 3 or know why it's my number 3 when I say it. But that is Dedenne.
Oh yeah.
And Dedenne is the National Dex number 702. It is the electric and fairy type Pokemon. Mm-hmm. It is known as the antenna Pokemon. It's this little cute kind of dark orange mouse with these obviously antenna style whiskers, and even its tail kind of acts as an antenna, and it's got these cute little big round ears. It is originally from Generation 6 X and Y. It has a really weird base stat total of 431.
Okay.
And it has 3 different abilities that it can get. It can get Cheek Pouch, Pickup, and Plus. The only one of those that I know for sure what it does is Pickup, which allows it to pick up random items as you're traveling along the game.
Cheek Pouch sounds cool, though.
It does. I feel like it has to do with like storing electric power or something.
Either power, like you can have like an extra berry in there somewhere that it picked up or something.
Maybe. In the X and Omega Ruby dexes, it says its whiskers serve as antennas. By sending and receiving electrical waves, it can communicate with others over vast distances. And then in the Y and Alpha Sapphire decks, it says it uses its tail to absorb electricity from power plants or from outlets in houses. And then it fires the electricity from its whiskers.
I'm really picturing like Jerry from Tom and Jerry, like running around and like getting some electricity from outlets. That's actually really cute.
Yeah, it is. And it's a super cute Pokemon. It's normally for no other reason than what I'm about to share, it would not be on this list. But I had an experience with a coworker and friend who it was such a cute moment, and I will never forget. They were so proud of themselves. But my coworker who knew that I loved Pokemon and specifically that I loved Raichu went to just the nerdy convention for anime,
like a Dragon Con,
like Dragon Con or something. And they came back and they were like, "I'm so excited! I bought you a Raichu plush. I was so happy when I found it." And they gave it to me, and it was a Dedenne plush, and I was like, "Oh." Yeah, no, and then we talked about it eventually. I was like, this isn't Raichu, right? And they were like, oh, well, they told me it was, and I was like, no, I love it. And the Otter Kingdom knows this, but I don't think I've talked about it on the podcast. But it always sits with my other Raichu plush, like it is an honorary Raichu because of that moment.
Well, it genuinely. It's talk about Pikachu likes. It looks like a Raichu. Yeah,
it is the most Raichu looking Pikachu like Pokemon of them all.
Yeah,
so I totally get it. And I at no point, like, obviously I was super grateful for the gift and it's a great memory, but because of that, Dedenne is my number 3.
Yeah, that's a cute reason.
Yeah.
I like Dedenne.
All right. Well, do you want to go to break and then we'll talk about our number 2 and honorable mentions and number 1?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right. We'll go to break. And we're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I just got called out for not telling you guys to eat cake, so I hope you had some cake while we were gone.
It's a goof. It's a gaff. It's a guffaw.
Look here. Maybe I don't want them to eat any more cake.
Maybe I'm secretly telling you that I want cake.
Quick Pokemon poll. What's better, cookie cake or ice cream cake?
That's actually a really good question.
Yeah.
What is better?
Ice cream cake is obviously the right answer.
Why not both?
Well, the ice cream cake that I like...
Ice cream cake... that the base is a cookie.
Well, no, I was going to say the ice cream cake that I like has like the cookies and cream, like the Oreo type filling. Yeah. So maybe both is the correct answer. And I'm just being a brat also. I'm channeling my inner Toxel.
Yeah. Well, then, your birthday's coming up. So
That's true. That's true.
In fact, I think when this episode is out...
It will have passed my birthday?
So Perfect. Everybody wish Bex a happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Feels weird to say because it's not here yet.
It's not.
It's okay.
But they won't say it until after. So, So Bex, happy birthday!
Thank you.
What's your number 2?
Speaking of personal choices,
okay.
This is This is a major personal choice and a major sign of the times at the time that it was released.
Okay.
So, my second... I don't think you would guess this one because you didn't know me when this was important to me.
Sure.
And you should be grateful.
I do know what this is, though.
My number 2 favorite electric type Pokemon is Zebstrika.
Yep. Yeah, because you had a zebra phase.
I had a zebra phase. So I do want to say that I have always liked zebras. Like, that's always been, like, my favorite. Like, when they were on, like, Zaboomafoo, I was like, yes, zebras. I read the little animal magazine about zebras.
When
I've
we've
always
gone
liked
to the
them.
zoo or to, like,
I've always
Animal
liked
Kingdom.
zebras and flamingos.
Yeah.
Are, like, my favorite, like, wild animals, and tigers and big kitties like that.
And bears. Oh, my.
All right. But other than that, I did go through a major zebra print phase in my late teens. I had everything zebra print. I had my cat's food bowls were zebra print. His collar was zebra print. My glasses were zebra print. I had a Santa hat that I bought for Christmas that was zebra print. I had college folders that were rainbow zebra print. Like, it was seriously a thing. So imagine my surprise when the game...
Your shock and awe.
My shock and awe when the game Black and White came out and there was a zebra baby in that game. The impact that had on me is undescribable. I was like, this is my personality now. Is this Pokemon? I'm surprised I don't have a plushie. I don't actually think I've ever seen a plushie of Blitzel.
I feel like I haven't.
Zebstrika.
They must have some out there.
They have to have something.
I feel like I've never seen one.
To the Pokemon Center. I did want to look and see what Soda Pop stuffed animals they've dropped anyway. But yeah, so it had a major impact on me because it was my entire personality.
Yeah.
This is kind of like Toxel, but a little more intense of like having a hard time choosing between Blitzel and Zebstrika. But Zebstrika is literally just so cool that it won. It just looks really cool. Like, Blitzel is very cute. Zebstrika is so cool. Like, it was the clear winner for me. But there are unlike other horse type Pokemon, I do not believe that this is one that would be safe to have in real life, because almost every single Pokedex entry about Zebstrika talks about its terrible temper.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So like unlike like Rapidash and like Mudbray and like the other like more gentle giant horsies, this one could actually hurt you, like, and not even on purpose. It just is perpetually always in a bad mood. And when it is in a bad mood, it can't fully control its electrical power. So it will shoot lightning out of multiple directions out of its mane. And it actually, like, you know it's coming. So like in theory you could take cover if you're not wearing like a rubber mat suit to be around your Pokemon. But it'll like glow. Like all like the stripes on its body and the mane that are normally white will glow before it shoots out the electricity from it. Which actually is the picture on the Arceus decks. I think that's the one. Isn't that the one where they have the full art pictures on the Pokedex?
Scarlet and Violet does.
I think they both do.
They might. I don't
well, anyway,
remember.
it shows one Zebstrika kind of standing off against another one, and the one facing away from the camera is like glowing and ready to go. So that is something to note. So like, this is not this would not be a good riding Pokemon.
No,
because if there's traffic, it's going to get angrier than you are.
Yeah,
but it's clearly. It's clearly a zebra, right? Like, that's clearly where it came from. But I did want to make a note because I thought this was really cool, that it may also be based on, in Greek mythology, Helios's steeds that pulled his chariot, Bronte and Sterope. Those names are and I might be butchering them, and I'm sorry. Those names are literally Greek for thunder and lightning, respectfully.
Cool.
So there's that, and then also Zebstrika's species name in Japanese, I'm definitely going to butcher this, is Zebrika.
Okay.
And that is literally translates to like thunder and lightning.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it could be both. It could be that, and then also the obvious zebra nod as well.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that the like etymology of its name links it back to those Greek myths.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a new appreciation for Zebstrika.
It is just a cool Pokemon. Like, I think this is what I wanted with like Electrike and like some of the other electric Pokemon.
I feel that because Electrike for sure was like, I saw it. What's it? Is Electros? Is it pre-evolution?
No, Electrike evolves into Manectric.
Manectric and Electrike. I saw Electrike and I was like, okay, well, maybe you'll evolve into something cool.
It's kind of strange.
And then it evolved into Manectric and I was like, you still look doofy. And
it's better when it evolves, but it's still kind of like
Mega Manectric though.
Yeah.
Where its whole body looks like a lightning bolt looks so cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. That's my number 2.
That's a great number 2.
Thank you.
My number 2
is also Zebstrika.
Is not also Zebstrika. It is, in fact, legendary.
Oh boy.
My number 2 is Raikou. Raikou, I think. Raikou?
Yeah.
Raikou. National Dex number 243, the electric Pokemon, electric typing only. It is the Thunder Pokemon. It is the unappreciated legendary dog.
It is, yeah.
Entei has a movie. Suicune has a movie. Kind of. It features heavily in
It's the
in
Moltres
the
of its
movie.
generation.
It's the Moltres of its generation.
Because I feel like Moltres and Articuno are pretty popular,
no,
right?
Zapdos
or Zapdos
and
and Articuno
Yes,
are pretty popular.
I feel like they are. And then Moltres is kind of just like a fire chicken.
Yeah.
Raikou, so cool. It has such a good design, and it's just unloved, but I love it.
Yeah.
Originally from Gen 2, Gold, Silver, and Crystal, base power of 580. It can get the abilities Pressure, Inner Focus. It is a big yellow dog that some people say cat. I always call them the dogs, but there's like an argument out there whether or not they're the cat trio or the dog trio. Its face has like a blue star on it with its fangs coming out. It has like this black mask over it, the top of its face. It has a puffy cloud white cheeks with a purple like cloak going past, which is apparently supposed to be cloud, like wind brush clouds. Its tail is a blue lightning bolt. It's got black stripes all over. It's so cool looking. It also happens to be the first of the legendary dogs that I ever caught.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which, funnily enough, in Gen 2, Raikou actually is slightly different. Its purple mane is actually orange.
Okay.
That's probably just palette related, and the official artwork probably did still show it as purple, but I haven't like looked into that yet, but that is something that I remember. Yeah, I just like him. He's cool. He's underappreciated. It's not fair.
How do you feel about the Raging Bolt?
I like it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I
did
like it too.
Yeah.
I think it's a cool take. They were obviously going dinosaurs when the Suicune one came out as a Velociraptor, whose name I can't remember. And then Gouging Fire was a Triceratops. So like, yeah, long neck. That makes so much sense. And its head is up in the clouds, and so like it's purple thing on its back becomes like a cloud that wraps around its face. It looks really cool.
Okay.
So I am glad that they still like appreciated it and showed it some love there. From the gold Pokemon Dex, it says the rain clouds it carries, which I think are its cheeks based off of color, or maybe it's back. Let it fire thunderbolts at will. They say that it descended with lightning.
Okay.
So lightning struck the ground and Raikou was there.
Okay.
Or Raikou, I don't know. Soul Silver says a Pokemon that races across the land while barking a cry that sounds like crashing thunder. There's a note for you dog fans versus cat fans. Cats don't bark.
I think it's the argument too of like where they came from. So like there's a definite split between people of how they originated.
Yeah.
And the difference is, are they original Pokemon that were saved, or did they come from the evolutions?
Yeah.
And the evolutions, most of them tend to be more cat-like.
They do.
So I think that's where that probably comes from. But it also like they kind of like their little mouths kind of look like big cats.
They have a lot of cat features for sure.
But they the speed that they run. Well, I mean, they could be like a cheetah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then finally, from the Y Pokemon Dex, it says this rough Pokemon stores energy inside its body, then sweeps across the land, shooting off electricity.
That's cool.
It's such a cool Pokemon.
It's definitely. I think the reason it's so underrated, though, is I was just thinking about this, and I think it's just because of the emphasis put on the other two in the anime and in the movies.
Yeah.
So like Entei has a huge role. It's basically the Mewtwo of Pokemon the movie. The third movie.
The third movie.
And then Suicune has a big role in
the Celebi, Pokemon Forever.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was like, was it Pokemon 2000 or was that too early? So I think it's just that it didn't get like, I don't know if it was planned to be spotlighted somewhere or if like it just hasn't been, but like I do think that's probably why.
It should though.
Yeah, it should. I like Raikou too. I think that might have been the first one that, if it wasn't the first one I caught, it's definitely the first one that I saw. Like it's the first one that I ran into, and probably the one I ran into the most.
Yeah,
because they run away really easily.
Yeah. I love him. I think he's so cool. And I like Entei and Suicune. I like Suicune. I like Entei the least, and I like Suicune second most. Yeah. But Raikou is just so cool. He's got such a good thematic design. Yeah. You look at Suicune and you're like, everyone's always like, is that an ice type Pokemon or a water type Pokemon? What is it? What does it even? What does it do? And then Entei what part of him is fire other than his mask? Raikou literally looks like a thunderbolt with clouds. So, sorry, I had to get a little rant out there. I appreciate it.
I like that. I did not know where that was going. I thought you were going to say Zapdos. For a
second. Also apparently have a thing for Rai Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 Well, Rai, we just learned from Zeburaika that Rai means either thunder or lightning or both. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Wait, before we do number ones, honorable mentions.
Oh, we are? Yes, I forgot we were doing that. Yeah. Yes. Okay, thank you for stopping me. You don't have any honorable mentions,
I have attacks that I'd like to talk about. Just 3 of them.
Okay. Well, my honorable mention Pokemon are Joltik.
Joltik's fantastic.
I shouted out Cell for Joltik too, just because I'm sure that's part of the reason that I started looking at Joltik and be like, oh yeah, he is a cute little baby. But I have to tell you, I did look up how big he is. He's only 4 inches big.
Yeah, they're very tiny.
Which is like I guess I knew that, but I thought Caterpie is small in my head. So like Caterpie is probably like what, a foot tall?
I think so, or maybe a little bit less.
Maybe a little smaller. Ash can hold Caterpie in his arms like a baby.
In the anime, Caterpie's not that big. Yeah, Caterpie is exactly 1 foot tall.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. Joltik might be like smaller than that, but still around that. No, Joltik truly is 4 inches big. Like he's tiny baby.
It's a little baby.
And then
he
could
have several of
big
them.
Spider.
Yeah.
So I just want, he's cute and small, and I want to keep him in my pocket.
Yeah.
He's
little jumping spider.
Yeah. Yamper.
Yamper's also very adorable.
Very cute. Not whatever he evolves into. Yamper loses its charm a little bit when it evolves. It's not a corgi anymore.
Yeah.
It's just this cute little electric butt. Yeah. Like he's adorable. And then another small boy, Tynamo.
Tynamo is also little tiny thing,
and not one that had to grow on me. I saw that and I was like, that is so cute. And then I saw what it evolved into, and I was like, never mind.
But now you know.
Now I know how cool it is.
Pretty tanky Pokemon.
But he's so ugly with the evolved. So that's I literally said it's one in my notes. I said it's one of the cutest Pokemon with the scariest evolution line ever. Yeah. But that also is only 8 inches long.
Yeah.
And I always crack up because when I'm playing Scarlet and Violet and I'm like surfing in the overworld, I just run into him and I'm like, ah.
Yeah, the amount of times that I run into Joltik on accident, I'm just like, oh my god.
Well, and Tynamo and Remoraid are both so small, like fish, that it's like it's hard to see them in the water, especially if they're like down a little bit further. Mm-hmm. But those are my honorable mentions. I just think they're really cute, but they're just not cute enough. Not enough to make the cut.
That's okay. I've only got 3 moves that I want to talk about. Number 1 being Volt Switch. I'm a fan of any move that allows you to swap out your Pokemon. Volt Switch is a special type electric move that has a 70 base power, 100 accuracy, and 20 uses, and it allows you to attack and then swap for a different Pokemon on the same turn. Another move that I'd recommend is Electro Ball. It is a special type move with, technically, program-wise, it has 1 power, but I'll explain that here in a second. It has 100 accuracy and only 10 power points, so 10 uses. The power of Electro Ball is based on speed. If the target that you're attacking has greater than 50% of speed of the user, then the power is 60. If it has greater than 33% of the user, then the power is 80. If it has greater than 25% of the user, the power is 120. And if it has less than 25% of the user, so if you are 25% faster than it, then it deals 150 damage.
Oh, wow. So you want to be
fast. You want to be fast, boy.
But you want the Pokemon you're going against to also be fast, just not faster
not
than
as
you.
fast. You want it to be slightly slower than you. Yeah. Which I think is really cool. It's a really neat mechanic. And then Thunder Wave. There's arguably other moves out there there are a lot of electric type moves have like a secondary effect that says May paralysis on a Pokemon. Those have a 33.3 whatever percent chance of activating.
Yeah.
Thunder Wave is a special type attack or a status attack that has 90 accuracy, so it could miss. Yeah. But it is guaranteed to paralyze. Okay. And that's a great effect. Paralysis is great because you just make them do nothing potentially. Yeah. So, yeah, those are my 3 recommended.
Could make them loaf around.
Oh yeah, true.
Those are very cool.
Thank you. And now for our number 1. What's your number 1, Bex?
My number 1 is the greatest electric Pokemon ever.
Is it Raichu?
No.
Oh.
It's just being funny. No, my number 1 is Ampharos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have definitely mentioned my love of Ampharos before, so it's kind of not a shocking number 1, I guess, for either of us. But Ampharos has been one of my favorite Pokemon for a long time, like since I was a kid. And it's definitely my favorite electric Pokemon, obviously. The regular and shiny versions are both very cute. The shiny is pink, so a little bit of a nod to Flaffy when it's a shiny version, and its jewel is blue instead of red. But they're both precious. The storyline in Gen 2 is why Ampharos is my favorite. So for those of you that don't know, Jasmine is the Olivine gym leader, and she has an Ampharos named Amphi who lights up the lighthouse to help people that are lost come home, which is one of the reasons I had Ampharos in real life, because it can be a beacon. And it's unfortunately sick when you meet Jasmine. Jasmine's not at her gym. You go find her in the lighthouse. She's trying to comfort Amphi. Amphi's under the weather. You have to go to I forget the island that's south of Olivine, but you have to go to the island in Gen 2, get medicine, and come back. And then you save Amphi, and then Amphi can do its job again and light up the lighthouse, which is really cute. And that's why I love the Pokemon. Yeah. And then after that, I was like, I need a Mareep on my team. I have to do this. Is my new baby, and so it's definitely like a personal pick for me, and it's largely related to that. I did mention in real life Pokemon episode that I talk about how it can be a beacon. Apparently there are legends about that specifically in the world of Pokemon. It's just known as the beacon Pokemon. And it can guide anyone who is lost, which I thought was really cool. It kind of makes it sound almost like a
mystical force.
Yeah, or like a mythology type story, which I thought was really cool. And I just like the look of the Ampharos. Like I can't really describe it. The only thing I don't like is its mega evolution, which might be a hot take. I've heard there are a lot of people that do like the dragon evolution.
Big flowy hair.
Yeah, and it does get dragon typing when it's mega evolved, so that's pretty cool. But I don't really like that form. But I just think it's aesthetically like a cute Pokemon. But it can learn Dragon Pulse as an electric Pokemon. Cool. And I think that's because like that's a nod to what it can mega evolve into.
Interesting.
So that's a cool move set to have with Ampharos. It looks like Ampharos is also the only line, like its line is the only line of electric Pokemon other than Jolteon that can learn the move Heal Bell. Also.
Oh, cool. So there's supporters too.
Yes, which makes sense with its like whole legend and that kind of thing behind
Guiding
it.
people.
But Heal Bell, for those of you who don't know, can cure the user and all of the Pokemon in the user's party and all of the user's allies of status conditions.
Wow.
Which is a pretty big move.
Yeah.
And then this is just a fun fact that threw me off, and I'm very glad that I didn't, like, I got Amphi is who I got. But apparently in the English dubbed anime, when you meet Jasmine in the show, her Amphi is named Sparkle.
Sparkle,
which is like, I guess that's cute, but like I just made a note, like, she will always be Amphi to me, okay?
Yeah.
Like that's who I met her as. That's Amphi.
That feels like we made jokes about it during the Pokemon anime opening episode, but that feels like an out of touch business person seeing the name Amphi and goes, Amphi, what the heck is an Amphi? These kids don't know what an Amphi is. Let's name it Sparkle. The kids love Sparkle.
Which is so funny. And it's like, it's not like it's a bad name, and like if you name your Ampharos Sparkle because of that, like I think that's fine.
Sure. I
saw Jasmine, I was like, oh, we're going to meet Amphi. And then she's like, this is Sparkle. I'm like, who? Is Amphi okay? Yeah. Is Amphi in the room with us? Like, what happened to Amphi? So yeah, I just love it. When I have, I'll probably share that on maybe our Instagram, my little drawing of my team that I did.
You should.
Just don't judge my drawing, because I was like, how old was I? Probably like 19 or 20 when that came out. And it's pretty decent, but like not, I would never claim to be an artist. I'll put it that way. But I did have Ampharos in there, and for some reason I drew my Ampharos on her head.
Oh,
like just like being cute and derpy or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I love it.
It's cute.
Well, I am sitting with bated breath and suspension, wondering if you can shock me with your number one.
My number one favorite electric type Pokemon is
Dedenne. The big version.
Pikachu. No, it's Raichu.
Yay.
Yeah, I love Raichu. He's my little chubby boy. I've always liked mice. I'm a real sucker for anything mice related.
Oh, so we can have pet mice?
Yeah, absolutely. I used to have hamsters. I used to I love rodents, I should say, not just mice. I've always loved rodents.
I don't think I knew that.
My parents so they would always buy Christmas ornaments for each of all the kids in them. Like, we would get a Christmas ornament every year in our stocking, and mine were always mice doing different things.
Okay, so I knew you liked mice like that. I did not know you liked the actual animal.
I just like rodents.
Oh, cute.
Ferrets. Ferrets, the Pokemon. Ferrets, mice, rats.
Go touch some grass.
Squirrels. I like rodents a lot.
I like Ekans myself.
So, I to this day, I will never forget seeing Raichu in the Lieutenant Surge episode, and it's so cute.
Does Gary have a Raichu?
Gary does not have a Raichu, no. Okay. But I found a way to trade my Pikachu over from Yellow, and then have a friend evolve it, and then trade it back through a little bit of a glitchy means. Mm-hmm. And then I no longer had a Pikachu following behind me because it evolved. And I thought, as a kid, I hoped and dreamed that Raichu would follow, but no, it just glitches the game, and it's just not there anymore.
You can do that in Let's Go.
Yeah. Raichu, National Dex number 26. It's an electric type only. It's the mouse Pokemon from Red, Blue, and Yellow. Base power of 485, so not super great, but that lightning rod ability that I talked about at the beginning, Raichu can get the lightning rod ability, so you can swap into an electric type attack off of like a water Pokemon, swap it out for Raichu, and then boost your special attack. Pichu evolves after High Friendship into Pikachu, then Thunderstone into Raichu, which I think is unique because due to items, you can have a level 1 Raichu.
Yeah.
Raichu, its long tail serves as a ground to protect itself from its own voltage power. And then also when the electricity builds up too much within it, it can generate up to 100,000 volts. Careless contact can cause even an Indian elephant, which later got rebranded to Caparaja because they released an Indian elephant Pokemon, to faint.
Wow.
So it can just touch an Indian elephant and make it faint because it generates so much electricity. I just love him.
He's very cute.
I've got so many. I've eventually one day I'm gonna have a Raichu tattoo somewhere on my body, probably like my leg or something.
I think that's cute.
He's my favorite boy, and you always will be.
Yeah.
I always name him Sparky because I was super creative back in the day, and it just stuck.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I like that. I actually think that there's like a trend going on right now where people like go stand in front of the camera and they're like, based on what I look like, what would my partner Pokemon be? And I actually think you look like Raichu would be your partner Pokemon. Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. I don't think I look like Espeon would be mine. I just do love it.
I always thought with those trends that I'd get like Ursaring or something.
Yeah, because the cute bear,
big dude with lots of hair.
that's true. But no, I think Raichu's a good fit for you, and I also love how much you love Raichu.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
I've always told people, because I'm not a fan of surprises for like gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've always told people, if you get me anything Nintendo related or Pokemon, and especially Raichu, like I will always. I've received over the years several of the same Raichu plushie, and I just kind of stock it away for like eventually this one will be all tattered and bad, and I'll have a brand new one.
Or one of the dogs will eat it.
Or one of the dogs will eat it. Yeah, I love Raichu so much.
They like our Pokemon. Well, Zora specifically likes our Pokemon plushies. Yeah, no, I know I struggle to find you Raichu stuff because Pikachu is so big. But like I've found like you have that on your computer. I can see like a Raichu with like a Vulpix sitting on it, and I was like, see, it's us. This is basically us. And then I got you like that mug with Pikachu and Raichu both on it for like Valentine's. And I think the latest Raichu I got you was when you were starting to get back into the cards. I got you the little Raichu Pokemon coin to flip.
I like it a lot. It's super cute.
But so stuff is out there. It's just hard to find amongst all the Pikachus. Well, that makes me happy.
It does.
I'm glad that we got to talk about our favorites.
Yeah, we got through both of our favorite Pokemon ever.
Yeah, and in theory, no more spoilers from here for the favorite types, unless we've just dropped it somewhere.
Yeah. We've got 2 more episodes, which is really exciting.
Crazy.
If you want to get in touch with Bex and talk to her about how Ampharos looks way better with long hair than with no hair.
Or about ice cream cake.
If you're team ice cream cake. Bex, where can the Pokemon trainers reach you?
I am anywhere on the internet at Rebelody, REBELODY. And on Instagram, I am I_am_Rebelody. And Galutrad, if they, for some reason, like cookie cake, or
because it's the best,
or want to talk to you about your subtle now dislike of Alolan Raichu, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Blue Sky at Galutrad. That's GALUTRAD.com. Would love to hear from y'all. Otherwise, y'all can reach us anywhere that you can hear our voices. Leave those 5-star reviews and comments. We love hearing them. You can reach us on social media anywhere at Another PKMN Pod. And you can leave us comments on our website, anotherpokemonpodcast.com, where hopefully, starting with season 2, we'll come in with some non-podcast related content, maybe some blogs and things like that, or just different posts.
Cool.
We appreciate
pool.
Apparently,
I want to hit the pool.
We appreciate all of y'all so much, and this has been getting a little emotional. This has been an incredible first season, and
We're not done yet.
We're not done
Don't
yet.
cry.
No, I know. That'll come at the end.
That'll
of
make
season
you.
one.
That'll make you weak to electric type Pokemon if you start crying.
Oh yeah, water.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah, because then you're going to transform into a water Rotom.
Anyways, get out, and we'll see y'all later.
Hey, that's my alarm.
Raichu has one fan. It's me.